What do you think kind of just took you guys out of offensive rhythm early? Was it just the pressure you were getting and inability to hit those deep strikes?
Yeah, I think, we missed a few opportunities early, and that's, you got to take advantage of those when they're there. The penalties, shot ourselves in the foot with a few of those, and you're behind schedule, which is tough against a good defense like that. So that was, we were battling uphill, and a lot of it had to do with, our own mistakes and not so much exactly what they were doing. Obviously, you got to give them credit. They played tough all game and made it tough on us. So, it's a combination of those things.
You had hit that catch had been made first series. Do you think the game is different from then on?
Well, I mean, it's hard to look back, hindsight, and just say, hey, maybe he catches it and we score. Who knows? They played us tough, but obviously it would help to get the rhythm going. But you can't just put there's not going to be just one play that we look to and say, hey, this was it. There's going to be a lot of plays that we look to and say, hey, we all got to be better. We got to improve, and we got to do it quick too, because we have a tough challenge next week.
What happened on the play when you were intercepted? Can you take us through that?
Yeah, I just didn't see Luke, and knowing him, we tried to hard play action sell, and usually we throw that route to a receiver, so we were thinking maybe he would go the other way, and I came off, and I know we got the first guy, I just didn't see him, and it's tough. You come off the play action, and you just got to know when you're playing a guy like him, you got to make sure, and so I thought we had it, and we didn't.
You didn't bite it off?
No, well, it's like I said, we thought he would go the other way based on his previous times playing and his smarts. Usually he would drop under the receiver instead of the tight end, and like I said, I gotta make sure of that and see him.
When you're dealing with pressure up in the middle, is there anything you can do to get the ball out quickly?
Well, you always try to, yeah, for sure, but they did a good job of playing a lot of zone defense. They didn't play much man until the end, and that's when we hit Pierre on a few of those plays. We hit Kittle on a play when it was man, but when they're playing zone, they're going to take away some of your quick, easy throws. So you got to try to make you read through the defense, and it was tough. They give credit to them. They gave us a big challenge, and we got to go tomorrow and watch the film and correct it and get ready to move on.
Leaves the game on a card, obviously a serious injury to a teammate. Does that reverberate onto the offensive side, even though obviously he's a lineman?
Well, I think we talked about this with Newsome in training camp. When something serious like that happens, you feel for your teammate, especially a guy like Ruben, who we all love, and so I don't think that reverberated as much as you say, man, that sucks for him, and it sucks for us, but you got to move on, and it's next man up, and so it was good to see him walk back out and know that maybe hopefully it wasn't as serious as we previously thought. But when we're going through a game, we're so focused on Carolina's defense, you see it, you say, oh man, that sucks, and then you try to get back to what you need to handle.
Fourth down, we got the delay. Were you aware of the clock?
I thought the reason that we were going back out there to run it was because the clock had been running down. I thought they had reset it, and it was just absent-minded. I thought we had enough time, so that's on me, and it's something that I don't usually let happen. So I got to do a better job of that.
Did you hear Kyle yelling timeout?
No, I didn't. And with the reason they gave us kind of a funky look for that play, and I was thinking about getting back in the shotgun, and then I said, you know what, I'm just going to run it, and I wasn't really focused on the clock. So that's on me.
Time ran out on you also at the 2-minute warning in the first half. What happened there?
Well, I mean, we were just running a play. We weren't in 2-minute mode. I think we were still in like a base offense type play. So we were trying to get one last play off, and it was a check with me type play. So you had to wait to see what the defense was doing.
I noticed Kuechly a lot in first and second down. What was the offense trying to achieve with that movement against this particular?
Yeah, well, with them, they are going to set their front to a particular way, so we had to do something with that. And also with George, with his skill set, you want to be able to move him around. So I think that had a lot to do with it too.
More.
How did you feel generally with the plays coming in via radio? Were there some times when it was a little late?
No, I don't think so. No, I thought it was good.
Important not to get a shutout, or does that matter to you?
Yeah, obviously it matters. I mean, it was probably as disappointing as it could have been. Obviously, it's always good to get points on the board, but when you get it handed to you like that, you just got to go in, figure out what's wrong, make the corrections, and move on. We got 7 more days till our next game, and we got to make the corrections and get it right before we go up to Seattle.
When this roster was trimmed down, obviously Vance was traded, but you have rookie starting at tight end, you have Trent getting playing time, Kendrick got some playing time. Were you surprised initially when the roster was trimmed down how young your offensive weapons?
No, I don't think so. I think we're a young team in general anyway, so it wasn't, obviously they drafted George and they drafted Trent for obvious reasons, guys like Kendrick and Victor Bolden, I know he wasn't active today, but they earned their spot. Matt Breida, those guys all earned their jobs and earned the right to be here. And I feel just as confident about them now as I did a week ago when they made the team. And it's a learning process, and they're always going to be learning just like everybody else is too. It's my 9th year. You're still always learning, and I think that's the attitude you have to take. So I wasn't shocked at all. I knew those guys had done a great job and had earned the right to be on our team.
It seemed like a lot of pressure on you was coming right up the middle. How much of that is just attributed to the Panthers' defensive line, and how much do you think you guys really need to work on that?
Yeah, well, I think it's always a constant work in progress, but I think you have to – this is the NFL. You have to give the other team credit, too. I mean, they have Kawan Short, the 2 linebackers they have in the middle. You know, they blitzed them a few times. I know the one I had to get rid of the ball early. You know, Julius Peppers wrapped in there. I mean, they got a tough front 7, and we knew it was going to be a tough challenge for us. And, you know, like I said, we'll go back, watch it, and get as much correct as we can and get ready to go, you know, towards Seattle.